Some things don't leave you easily. They linger, not loudly, but stubbornly, like the scent of old smoke woven into a favorite jacket. Most days I'm fine, until night comes and silence sets in. That's when memory stirs. That's when it all returns, soft and brutal. I've spent countless hours trying to make sense of how everything slipped through my fingers, how we unraveled so slowly it almost felt like standing still. If you've ever loved someone so completely that you handed them every fragile piece of your heart, only to watch them treat it like it was nothing more than weight to shed, then maybe you'll understand. Or maybe this will just sound like another sad story. Either way, this is mine, the moment everything changed the night I turned my back on Alina. At the time, I thought I was being brave. I told myself that walking away with dignity meant I was strong. But the truth is, I was already breaking long before I reached the door. The fracture didn't start that night. It started in the little things, in silences that went on too long, in smiles that didn't reach her eyes. I remember the exact moment it all began to fall apart. We were in our living room, the same room where we once dreamed aloud, where laughter had echoed off the walls, where a beat-up blue and cream rug lay beneath our feet. That rug wasn't special, not really. We'd found it in a musty second-hand store on 9th Street, called it charming. Like we did with everything imperfect but ours. She was sitting across from me, her hands calmly folded in her lap. Her voice didn't waver. She wasn't angry. She wasn't even cold. That would have been easier. No, her voice was soft, almost gentle. And somehow that made her words cut deeper. "Leo makes me feel alive," she said. And that was all it took. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't ask why. I didn't cry. I stared at the floor because I couldn't bear to meet her eyes and see the emptiness there. My throat burned, but I swallowed every tear. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of seeing me fall apart. "I hope he gives you what you're looking for," I said. What I didn't say, what I couldn't bring myself to say, was that I hoped what she was chasing didn't exist. That maybe one day she'd realize I was the one who stayed. I was the one who tried. But I didn't beg. Couldn't. Pleading with someone who's already walked away in their heart is a slow form of dying. So I left. Not because I had stopped loving her, but because I knew, deep down, she had stopped loving me. The first few nights were the hardest. I ended up in a cheap motel just outside the city, the kind of place where the sheets are thin and the walls hum with the sound of loneliness. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, replaying everything, trying to pinpoint the exact moment she drifted away. The truth is, she didn't leave suddenly. She faded, like color drained from fabric. Bit by bit. I just didn't see it. Or maybe I didn't want to. Anger didn't come right away. When it did, it wasn't directed at her. Turned inward. I hated myself for missing the signs, for loving blindly while she prepared her escape. I shut out the world. Friends, family, I ignored their calls. Their concern felt like pity, and I didn't want to be pitied. I just wanted to disappear. Eventually, I found a small place above a tailor's shop. The air smelled like starch and fabric glue, but it was mine. No shadows of her, no reminders. Just walls, bare and waiting for something new. I took a job at a nearby hardware store. Nothing fancy, but it filled the hours. The owner, Carl, had this rough exterior but kind eyes. He never asked too many questions. Maybe he could see the grief clinging to me and chose silence instead of prying. One day, without much thought, I adopted a dog. Max. He was scruffy, a bit odd-looking, with mismatched eyes and a tail that bent awkwardly at the tip. He didn't fix me, but he gave me a reason to get out of bed. Oddly enough, I didn't miss Alina the way I expected. I missed the version of her I had created, the woman who would have stayed, who would have chosen us. By the 6th month, I noticed I could breathe a little easier. I started having simple conversations with people. Small talk. Nothing deep, but it was something. Eventually, I sat down for coffee with someone new. Not a date, not even close, but it proved I could be in someone else's company without thinking of her. I wasn't checking my phone. I wasn't wondering if she missed me. By month 9, I wasn't broken anymore. Not healed, but functional. Peaceful, even. Then one Tuesday evening, she came back. I had just gotten home. my shirt still dusty from work. Max barked as I fumbled with the keys and groceries. And then I heard her voice. Micah! I froze. She was standing at the bottom of the stairs. Her face looked tired, worn. Her eyes rimmed with red. Her frame thinner than I remembered. In her hands, a folded letter. I've been looking for you, she said softly. I didn't speak. My keys dangled from my hand. The door hung half open. Here I am, I said, careful not to let emotion slip in. She offered the letter. This says everything I didn't say before. Everything I should have said. I didn't take it. Not out of cruelty, but because I wasn't ready. I wasn't going to let her step back into a space I'd spent months rebuilding. Then she started to cry. I didn't move. I lied about Leo, she said, her voice cracking. He didn't want forever. Just excitement. I thought I wanted more. But it was empty. I ruined the only real thing I ever had. She looked at me, eyes full of regret. I don't expect anything. I just needed you to know. You were the only one who made me feel whole. For a moment, I saw the girl I used to love. But only for a second, like a ghost wearing her face. You didn't break us, I said calmly. You broke yourself. Her face crumpled. I'm sorry, she whispered. I nodded. I hope you find what you're looking for. But I'm not yours anymore. She cried harder. I didn't reach for her. That part of me, the one who wanted to fix things, to forgive easily, was gone. She left as quietly as I once had. I stepped inside, dropped the groceries, and sat down beside Max. My chest ached, but it wasn't the same pain I once carried. It wasn't grief or longing. It was release, the ache of something finally ending. And in that stillness, something new had room to grow. So if anyone ever tells you they've found something better than what you built together, let them go. Don't chase. Don't beg. Don't bleed for someone who's already halfway gone. Because the greatest thing you'll find after heartbreak isn't someone new. It's peace. And that's worth everything.